Hello, berries. Today we'll be covering this very interesting killer, the Hillbilly. Now, I know Hillbilly is not one of the easiest killers. In fact, I would go as far as to say that he's at least at the top 3 most difficult ones to learn. But, personally, I'm enjoying the hell out of him. This killer has so much gameplay aspects to him, so much mind game, and you improve with him the more you increase your muscle memory of how to use Hillbilly correctly. You really feel the learning curve when playing a killer this intricate. So, without further ado, let me introduce you this amazing killer called Hillbilly. Now, Hillbilly is one of the OG killers, so that means he's got his basic attributes here: 4.6 speed, 115%, 32 meter radius, and he's a tall killer. Now, most of these attributes don't change. There are a few gimmicky add-ons that change these values, but those add-ons should not be used for the most part because they are quite gimmicky and quite weak. We'll go over them rather soon, mind you, because Hillbilly's add-ons really define his gameplay and style. But let me, before I explain to you the add-ons, let me explain to you what Biscuit Billy does. Now, when Hillbilly revs his chainsaw, he walks at 92% speed, and when he finally unleashes it and starts sprinting, he increases his speed to 230%. That is really fast. If Hillbilly during his sprint hits someone with a chainsaw, he insta-downs them. If Hillbilly uses his chainsaw way too aggressively, means he revs it a lot, runs with it quite frequently, etc., his chainsaw will slowly overheat. When the overheat meter is full, the chainsaw cannot be used until the chainsaw fully cools down. You can see this overheat mechanic with a red bar around the chainsaw icon in mid-game. That's like the power explained in the most basic manner. I'll show you how actually profound and difficult it is to use mid-game. But before that, let's go over the teachables. Now, Hillbilly's teachables are quite amazing. We've got Enduring. At the 3rd level, you reduce the duration of pallet stuns by 50%. Fantastic perk, one of the strongest chasing perks in the game. You see a lot of killers using this: Leatherface, Hillbilly, Legion. Almost every killer in the game benefits mileage from Enduring, but of course you want it for a killer that is has a very direct chase orientation. Then you've got Lightborn. If a survivor even points a flashlight in your face, you will never get blinded, and you will be able to see that survivor through walls. That you can see their aura for 10 seconds on the last level. Now, this aura reading ability is very questionable. You might not always get mileage out of it, but it's nice. It's like a buff from the old Lightborn that it took longer to blind you. Now you're completely immune to it and you get a little bit of aura reading information, which is nice. And then we've got Tinker. Tinker is one of the best information perks in the game. I use it almost on every killer. When a generator has 70% repair progress, it triggers a loud noise notification to the killer, showing him the generator, and also gives him the undetectable status effect for 16 seconds. Obviously, a lot of killers can utilize this. Every killer can utilize this, in my opinion. The killers that utilize this the best are killers that are fast. Mainly Hillbilly. The thing is, you want to be able to get there before the gen is done. So fast killers with the insta-down ability that get undetectable, that's just great. This is one of the best perks for Oni, for a nurse, for a Hillbilly. Absolutely stunning perk. And what I like about these perks is that all 3 of these perks fit perfectly with Hillbilly himself. Well, I personally would not use Lightborn because I don't get blinded by flashlights that frequently. But these 2 perks, I even use them constantly on red ranks. These are my 2 favorite ones in Hillbilly, to be honest. So, as you all noticed, MMR came out. The ranking is different. I actually was looking for a lobby for the longest time, and for like half an hour I found 2 lobbies that each of them had a ping of 300 or higher. So instead of me showcasing to you 2 games, I'm going to actually show you 2 matches that I had on Twitch. I know this will not be a showcase of the exact builds that I'm going to recommend, but what's most important about a Hillbilly is not showing how well the perks synergize with him, but to show how his gameplay should go about. Now, if you're looking for a beginner like build for Hillbilly, and like let's say you have only the Biscuit game, I would recommend this build. Tinker is a great perk for Hillbilly. You get information that the gen is about to pop, you run there, you're also undetectable. Survivors have no idea where you're coming from, you might even get it down, and now you have a person on the hook, and you're securing this gen that is currently regressing. Enduring is a great perk. You can just walk through pallets. If a survivor drops the pallet, great, you recover instantly, and that pallet is gone and out of the way. If they don't drop it, you just go through the pallet with your chainsaw and insta-down them. Great freaking perk. Spies from the Shadows is my ultimate trump card. I was actually playing a lot with Spies from the Shadows in my private time, and in indoor maps, this is the saving grace for Hillbilly. We don't want to play Hillbilly on indoor maps, but if so, it happens that we play on Larry's or, God forbid, Midwich or some crap. Spies from the Shadows is going to give you a lot of information, so I would recommend this perk as well. Now, for the last perk, I recommend Sloppy Butcher. You could easily swap this out with Shadowborn by the Wraith, so you get better FOV if you're more comfortable playing like that. You can use maybe Bitter Murmur or Whispers. But Sloppy Butcher is there for people that are still not in full control of their chainsaw. Some situations you can't chainsaw Survivor, so just basic attack them. Basic attack them and slow down their healing. They might not want to heal because of Sloppy Butcher and because they're facing insta-down killers, so they're gonna stay injured, which is easier for you to down them later. This is a nice build. For beginner players, I would recommend people to play with him without add-ons, so you'll understand how his base kit works, what his chainsaw is capable of, how fast is Hillbilly as he is. And I'm gonna show you 2 matches I've had on Twitch. One match, I'm playing Hillbilly with 2 gray add-ons that barely changed my gameplay. It's for the most part as if though I was playing with no add-ons. And another build in which I was playing Curve Billy. Which brings me to the next aspect of this video. Hillbilly's add-ons are very unique. This is not add-ons that increase his... I mean, sure, they increase the magnitude of his performance, but since Hillbilly's add-ons change drastically his capabilities, they also come with a strength and a nerf. Let's explain. This is a very common add-on on Hillbilly. It tremendously increases the steering while you are already running with your chainsaw. When you already have activated your chainsaw and you are sprinting, Hillbilly has very little control over his maneuverability. That's his fatal flaw. By putting the spiked boots, Hillbilly can turn very easily and have much more control over where he goes. The minus is if you slam into an object, Hillbilly gets a much heftier stun. This is why I do not recommend this add-on for beginners. For people that don't miss a lot of chainsaws with Hillbilly, I would recommend this add-on. It is a lot of fun. There's also a yellow add-on that allows you to steer your chainsaw much easier, and this has no minuses. You steer less, but even if you collide with a wall, nothing bad happens. You still get the 3-second stun. These are what people call the Drift King add-ons, or the Curve Billy. Then you've got these add-ons, that Death Engravings and the Doom Engravings, which are the add-ons that stayed with Billy even after his change. what these add-ons do, each and every one of them, they increase Hillbilly's charge time of the chainsaw, which means instead of revving your chainsaw for 2.5 seconds by default, let's say I'm playing with Doom Engravings. Now instead of 2.5 seconds, I'll have to rev my chainsaw for 3 seconds. But it increases Hillbilly's movement speed by a moderate amount. And that is very, very significant if you're trying to play what's called Flickbilly. Flickbilly is a technique of playing Hillbilly when you flick your mouse very aggressively just before your chainsaw reaches 100% into a certain direction, thus making Hillbilly turn around the corner very quickly in a 90-degree angle. And with Doom Engravings and Death Engravings, you are able to catch a survivor just before they make it around the corner. I'll show it in dry practice in a second. Very powerful add-ons. Might make your chainsaw overheat if used wrong, especially the two of them together, combined. But it is a lot of fun, and most Hillbilly, OG Hillbilly mains play both of these add-ons together. Alright, we are on. So, we have here Daniel and we've got Eden. They are going to be my designated guinea pigs, and I'm going to show the basic fundamentals of how to play Hillbilly. Now, to make it simple, there's 3 ways to down a survivor with your chainsaw. There is what people call a back rev. This is what beginners should start with. Now, let's go to Shack, for example, okay? I think Shack is the, it's a very common building. You face survivors there quite often. I think it'll be fair if we start here. It doesn't really matter. Where are you guys? I'm going to the cow tree.
We're in the barn.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so the very first way to down a survivor is to do a back rev. What you do is you get as close as possible to a survivor, you chainsaw in their face, and you down them. Now, a survivor, obviously, if he's out in the open, will attempt to wiggle left and right. What you have to do is be patient. Rev your chainsaw to 99 and try to aim yourself. Be patient and wait till the survivor loses momentum or fucks up his 360s, and only then really unleash it. Let's try again. Daniel, you try to 360 spin, do whatever. Very patiently, and then... Ooh. You see? You gotta try to really angle yourself. This is what called a back rev. You, chainsaw a survivor from point blank up to the back. And you hit them. That's the most basic idea. A lot of times, beginner billies tend to miss the chainsaw and then they go flying, which is kind of funny, and the survivor gets away. So the back rev, fundamental, you have to get it down. Now, obviously there's the snipes. The snipe is when you have information about a survivor, the form of an ore reading perk, and you have the spiked boots or dad's boots, which allow you to curve with Hillbilly. You have a bit more control, and you just run around the map. And I don't know. For example, I found a Nancy here, and I downed her. That usually you need information and good steering add-ons. But what happens in red ranks? What happens in purple ranks? A lot of times survivors will not be found out in the open. And a lot of times survivors have a bit more awareness, so you won't be able to snipe them. That's why most of the OG Hillbillies, they play Flickbilly. They take the add-ons that allow Billy to run extra fast, and then they perform this trick. This is what's called a flick. Flicking is when a Hillbilly turns 90 degrees very aggressively. What you need to do is you rev your chainsaw to 99, and then you flick. Thus, you can get a survivor just before he makes it around the corner and down them. This is a very difficult jungle gym to perform this around. Yeah, it's on the verge of impossible. With the Doom Engravings, I would have caught Eden here, for example. And from now on, it's all about mind game. You rev the chainsaw, and at the very least, I get the pallet here. See, flicking is essential against very experienced players. Again, if they begin to right, left, that's the moment the back rev serves you. If a survivor tries tries to squeeze and loop very tightly, that's when the flick comes into play. You come like this, and then you get them. Some survivors will know that a Billy will attempt to flick, so they try to take it wide, and then you will have to go flick quite wide and to get that survivor. That is perfectly fine. We've got enduring, and it will allow us to overcome the situation. Damn, this corn is actually really bugging me. Alright. Oh. Yeah, do notice not to try to bump into walls. It'll make you lose your momentum. השתפרתי חזק עם הילבילי, I'm telling you. Oof. So that's the idea. This is what's called a flick. Of course, if you try to flick, you will show your red lights. So toss some mind games into it, as if though you're, like, for example, playing a basic M1 killer. Like, let's say the survivor is over there, he's running in that direction. So you show your red light, you hide it, and then you come around the corner and surprise him. Know when to do it, when you are able to do it. You will learn to judge the distance the more you play Hillbilly with the various different add-ons. Some add-ons, like the Doom engravings, will allow you to get a survivor, especially around very intricate jungle gyms, while with the base kit Billy, you will not be able to do so. But it'll make your chainsaw rev for longer, so your potential to be able to down a survivor with a back rev from point blank will slightly diminish because it'll take you longer to rev your chainsaw, in which case a survivor might reach a window or a pallet. There are a couple more tips I can give you about Hillbilly. If you are trying to perform a better back rev, try to body block windows and pallets with your own character's collision, much like you would try with Leatherface. And in addition to that, I would also recommend from time to time to just rev your chainsaw just a little bit as you get to the pallet, and then put your chainsaw away. That'll make the survivor act a bit differently. They might anticipate you're readying up your chainsaw, but if you only do it for a split second, that will catch them off guard. תופיע לאדם, לך אליהם.
אני לא רוצה לשרוד, אני רוצה לרדת לטרנקים, מה מובן? זה לא בכלל לשאול.
Father Kemple. I think I'm gonna actually lose on this map. There's insane jungle gyms here. The RNG can be very aggressive. Let's see. Ah, nice. Shack window into pallet. You gotta love it, homie. Gotta fucking love it. Into another pallet. Yes. Absolutely. And ruin destroyed in 5 seconds into the game. Beautiful. I clearly got outplayed. Like, what did skill have to do with my ruin dying 10 seconds into the match without me being able to usher a word? That was such an idiot maneuver. I have no idea how she found herself on the wrong side of the pallet. He's staying here. You think he left? My nut, he left. What's up, Jack? Would you like to play it?
Would I like to go?
That's a very strong pallet here. Yeah, body block me, body block me, body block me. Fuck. There you go, man. You wanted the body block, eh, Dwight? There you go. Second hook. Body blocking an insta down killer. You're on drugs, Dwight. Why the fuck would you body block a hillbilly or a leatherface? I thought she's gonna jump into that locker. I presumed too much. Please unhook her, man, so I can kill you. Nice. Dwight doesn't have DS. I'm actually gonna wait. That's Leon took off the Nancy. Dead. The way she runs with such conviction, she doesn't have DS. Most people who have DS flash it in your face. Told you. Yeah, you gotta be a little bit of a detective when you're a killer.
I always pick up DS because I'm
If she asked me why I tunneled her, because it's not fair. Losing my room in 10 seconds into the game is also unfair. Ow.
Is it?
There we go. Essentially, the regular hillbilly with no add-ons, it's like old Insta saw. 2.5 seconds to down someone from point blank. That's very easy for me. Jack, how do you like the setup? Shack window into jungle gym with a long wall.
I had a better setup.
A window to window, right? The long wall window into the
And then
yeah.
The infinite was also open in the window.
I know. Now that's why the reason I'm not sparing anyone on this trail. Come here, Leon. Yes? No? Then I don't give a shit. God window to another window. Oh, sweet Jesus. To be honest, I think behavior ruined most maps with the RNG. Either some parts are completely barren as fuck, or other parts are inconceivably... Oh! Nice one. Yeah, I can't get her here. Only basic attacks. There's way too many windows for her to work with. Are you fucking on drugs, Meg? Meg! Meg! My god. Well, that was such a Meghead move, Jack. Did you see that? Bruh. She ran away from a door and then vaulted a window from around into me. I just didn't move from that location. I just stopped chasing.
Oh, that's a real Meg moment. Holy shit.
Dude. She gained so much distance and she went around the jungle gym and vaulted the window right to me. It was so funny. Hey, Dwight, how's it going?
Dude, you have to be talented to do that move like that.
I'm gonna give Dwight the hatch. My act of kindness for someone that actually tries to play the game. But that's the thing. I know that after the MMR, this RNG, Jack, how can a Legion or a fucking pig down someone here? You understand?
Dude, just get good. That's it.
Sure, against a 5,000 hour survivor that makes literally 0 mistakes in the chase.
Yeah, just get good.
Yeah, play nurse, essentially. That's the best way to get good.
Yeah.
Fuck me, man.
Exactly.
Why is skill-based matchmaking happening? Why? Behaviors still think there's skill involved in this game. Lol. Where is the jungle? Oh, it is behind Shaq. Alright, Dwight. Yeet thyself into that hole. Yes, Dwight, I insist upon it. Nice. Good stuff. They brought no offerings and no items this format. Concerning. Put a lot of trust probably in their teamwork and meta perks probably. My demo game. What happened? Okay, let me scan. Alright, thanks for the lurk, Jewel. Hi, bitch! damn it. I was not actually following her. And that's why we take spiked boots on Billy. And that's why I don't give a shit about hooking the same person. Hey, what's up? Nope, nope. Nice. I'm out. Hello? Okay. Hello? Dead? Sorry, dude. You have object. You should prepare to be tunneled. Just saying. I mean, if I can see you constantly, why shouldn't I go for you? You better have brass balls to deal with me, kid. Just all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. How's it going? Come here often? Here, let me put you here so you can admire your gen from a distance. Sit your ass down, bitch! Yeah, David. Vault? I'm okay with you vaulting, buddy. I'm okay with you vaulting. Take that window. How many times can you take it? How many times can you take that window? Told it. Object is good only if you have somewhere to go. I kept this David on the side of the map where there's absolutely nothing to loot. So, yeah. Like a boss. Brutal. Okay. This game. That was an awesome match, to be honest. There's a lot of mind games and things you can do with Hillbilly, and that's why I really enjoy his dynamic gameplay. If you guys have the time and patience to put into this killer, he's really worth it. And I hope this video was educational and fun for you guys. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.